Oh my goodness, hello. I'm hoping to get this up before it launches or the day it launches, but I was kindly sent the Simply Posh Cosmetics latest palette, which is Citrus Punch, and I've already done like a 3 looks, 1 palette with this on my Instagram, so I really want to just kind of combine this with some other palettes because I've and I can't believe I've even saying this, but I've been sent some, well, all of Shroud's palettes because they also sent me some PR, and I still have not had a chance to use every single shadow in these palettes. So today I wanted to combine it with the Halloween palette, which is their collaboration with Batty Bean, and I'm so excited to just kind of play around with eyeshadow. Let's just dive right in. These are 2 really different color stories, obviously, because this is more Halloween-centric. There are some similar colors in here, but I haven't had a chance to use the orange in this palette, so I definitely want to use this on the outer edge. And I'm feeling kind of spicy, and I definitely want to do like a spotlight eye, because I haven't done one of those in a while. I just did a halo eye recently, but I haven't done a spotlight eye in a really long time, so I'm just gonna start by going into the Losers Club and going from there, because I absolutely love the Simply Posh palettes, because I also have Berry Icy, which was also sent to me by the brand, and I actually purchased Cozy Cabin from one of my friends secondhand. I love Simply Posh's palettes, and I think really like my biggest criticism of sort, or like critique of the palettes, is that you don't get to go super dark. And I personally like to have like really deep blends. However, their recent palettes, I want to say since they had like a fairy tale themed palette, which I don't have, but I want to say since then they've started making all their palettes magnetic, because their other previous palette from Berry Icy, which was Genuine Gems, is also magnetic, and they also offer their shadows as singles. You can basically add any other eyeshadows to make it darker, but I'm just saying it would be nice if they had just a couple darker shades, like I said. No, actually, I'm using it right now. I'm using the Shadow Clementine right here. Oh my god, it sounds stupid to say it is so orange, but it's like, it's borderline neon. Like, doesn't it look like just the perfect, look at this, tangerine skin color? It's freaking stunning. It's called Clementine, so, you know, it's a very fitting eyeshadow name. And I'm also not that good at spotlight eyes, so it's very brave of me, I fear, to do a spotlight eye on camera. My biggest issue is, like, when I start dark sometimes with, like, halo eyes or spotlight eyes, I tend to go, like, way too high up. So sometimes I find it easier to start from lightest to dark, but it really just depends on the look, because I'm always flip-flopping between starting from really dark or starting really light. But lately I've been starting from the darkest shade and just building that up. And I'm probably going to end up going into another color, because this is sort of like the darkest warm color in this palette. I just don't know what color I'm going to go in with yet. And I need to do the other eye, because normally I, you know, go back and forth when I'm doing my makeup. What? And I'm just going back and forth between the palettes because I don't want to lose that vibrancy of Clementine. And then like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what color I want to use to deepen. You know what? I think I'm actually going to go back into Moonfall, and these are the colors in Moonfall, which is like a gorgeous, like dark color story. It is a bit of a jump, so fingers crossed this doesn't go awry. That'll be really sad if it does. Because I will say, and I haven't had a chance to, no, I think I did actually. I will say, oh my god, I need to pick a freaking brush. Let me pick a dirty one. In case you didn't see it on my Instagram post where I kind of talked about it's not really a first impressions per se, but as I'm still getting to learn the formula, like I did have a couple issues with some eyeshadows in here, and I say issues, but more just like specifically Rebirth, I found really hard to blend in a look that I did, which did worry me a little bit because I was like, oh crap, it's not gonna like blend out, but it ended up layering fine. It's just really weird where it was like picking up some of the color that I had set on below it. So I was just like incredibly worried that it wasn't gonna look good, but I was able to salvage the look, thankfully. So love that for me. And I'm just gonna go back into Losers Club and blend that out. Yeah, I don't know if I'm liking this color combo per se, not because of the palette, but because of my own fault, but you know, sometimes you just need to trust the process. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually doing anything. I don't know. It's funny because I was really excited. Like, I absolutely love the colors in this eyeshadow palette. I just feel like the mattes are like a scotch difficult to deal with. Like, I feel like right here it's not blending out super good, but I forgot that I got this at Marshall's yesterday, the KVD Shake Primer, because it was like $8, so I was like, damn it, I'm gonna have to just try it out for $8. And I tried it yesterday for the first time as well, and I don't know how I feel about it. It feels kind of tacky, like really tacky, like much tackier than I expected. But anyway, I'm actually using the About Face primer, which has been my favorite primer lately. And I will say, like, I definitely applied way too much on this eye, but yeah, I don't know. See, I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick up just like right in this little area right here. I feel like it's looking a little bit bald, but I think I might be able to salvage it with some black. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, see, I'm kind of adding more shadow, and it just kind of looks like nothing's happening. I will say, the black in Creepy Cute, anyway, this is like the best black eyeshadow I've ever used in my life, I think, and I have always been on the search for the perfect black eyeshadow. Sorry, I'm trying to pick which brush I want to use for this. This is like the best black eyeshadow I've ever used, and I've used quite a few black eyeshadows, I think. I've used quite a few different black eyeshadows in my life. And my previous favorite was Vinyl from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, which is in the Surge palette. And that is a really good black, and my only gripe with it is that I get like the most random fallout from it, especially if I only grab a little bit, but it also was like the easiest black to blend out and use, so it's like, it is the best black I've used since then. But then I got this eyeshadow palette, and I'm sorry, I hate to say that, I think she's dethroned, because this black is just so, like, it blends out really well, it's really easy to use, and I don't get any fallout from it. Anyway, I haven't really been playing any video games as of late because the new Legend of Zelda game is going to come out this Friday, and I don't know, I'm obviously like excited to play it, but then there's like, I sometimes get this like weird thing where like I'm excited to play a game, but I'm not, I don't know how to describe it, like I'm excited but I'm not like, oh, drop dead, like I need to play it right now kind of thing, you know? I can't really explain why I feel that way about the game, because it's gonna be good, but I don't know, like I'm just not like crazy excited for some reason, and I feel like I've been that way for a while about games, where I just don't get excited the way I used to. Oh god, this turned into like a Halloween look, low-key, and I really didn't mean for it to. That's okay. See, I feel like now that I'm really like piling the black eyeshadow on here, it's, even then like the black doesn't really want to stick to this area, so I think it's actually the eyeshadow primer. Because like I feel like I could have just, because as you can see like with the color I was having trouble with, Primordial, like now just eyeshadow in general doesn't really want to stick there. So maybe I will just extend my spotlight eye to cover that. Why am I still blending this? God only knows. God, but that seems way too far to put the spotlight eye, to be honest, so maybe I won't put that there. You know what, we'll see. We'll see. And now I'm actually going to go back in the Citrus Punch. And I think I'm actually going to go in with Squeeze, which is like this light coral color just to, and actually dip it into this clementine and squeeze. And then just kind of zhuzh up this outside and then extend this wing of it really high. And I really love the Simply Posh formula because the mattes just blend crazy well. Like, they blend so well together. It's great. And take a little bit of orange, and then I'm gonna go in with the black color and just do a little bit of a wing. Let's see. You know what? I think I would want to. I'm gonna take a little bit of the black on the edge, and because I really don't want to go too ham on that wing shape. Like, I want it defined, but not, again. There we go. And I really never show anymore how I do the bottom lash line because I feel like that is really boring for people to see because I seriously do the same thing every single time. I just gotta find all my brushes. You'll never know where anything is. I don't want to show you my desk because I don't need to expose myself. Just know that it's messy. And the real question is, when is it not messy? But anywho, I am excited to play the new Zelda game. I feel like I don't like getting too hyped though, because then when the hype is really high and the expectations are really high, then it just kind of ruins it for me when it's not what I expected. So I feel like when I go in with low expectations, I can't be disappointed. Because it's like, well, what did you expect? Literally nothing. I personally really enjoyed Breath of the Wild, and it's really funny because a couple people in my life have expressed that they didn't really like the game that much, but they don't go around talking about how much they don't like the game because, you know, Breath of the Wild is such a universally beloved title. But it is funny because I have almost 200 hours in Breath of the Wild. Actually, that doesn't make it funny. And I'm almost tempted to do something different to my other eye, but I'm also like, do I really need to? I think I should just kind of stick and make it the same. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry, this is why I don't talk and do my makeup. And I think that's my like scripted NPC line. Because I swear to God I say that all the time. It's just why I don't talk and do makeup. And I don't say anything else. Wait, why is this looking kind of slay? Cue the Nintendogs music. I might go in with the black just a little bit, just to go a bit more defined. I don't want to add too much, so I did use this black eyeshadow from yesterday, and there shouldn't be too much on it, but I have to be really careful because I don't want to muck it up. There should be just enough product left on this brush. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And I think for the spotlight eye, oh poo, oh here it is. Oh my god, I was so excited to buy this About Face matte fluid eye paint in white because my only other eye paint I actually got from an old coworker of mine because she was subscribed to like Ipsy and she would give me all of her unwanted makeup, which was really nice of her, but then it started to become makeup that I didn't want. No offense. Just because like I already had like quite a sizable collection at this point, and so then I ended up giving it to my baby cousin. But anyway, but I was debating between getting white and black, and now I feel like I should have gone black because I don't know how I feel about the white one in particular. But I don't know. I haven't used it nearly as much as I thought I was going to, even though I've only had it for like, I don't know, less than a month. Like I thought I was going to be using this-ish all the time, and I'm really not. So I'm going to use it today, and I'm trying to decide which brush I'm going to go in with it. And I don't want to ruin the actual color itself, so I'm going to put product on the back of my hand, and then we're going to kind of build it up from there. Just to... This is really the stuff I want to show you on camera because I'm going to be totally silent. And slowly build up. Oop. Oh my god, I can't even breathe. I really want to do like a bit of a arch at the top here. And if I mess this up, I can blame this on me talking and not my lack of skill here. I haven't decided what color I'm going to put on the lid. I don't know exactly what shape I want to do either, for this spotlight eye because I feel like if I go down, it might look kind of weird given that I have like a wing going on. But we'll see. We'll see. And I do like these eye paints. This one I feel like takes just like, I don't know. I only have 2 colors, which is this one and the brownish one. Right now it's kind of like turned grayish because it doesn't stay 100% opaque. But I mean, I'm also going in with black eyeshadow, so it's, you know, black eyeshadow is a pretty potent. Just trying to blend the edges out so it's like a little bit smoother. I also don't want to like worry too much because I'm going to end up going in with some orange, methinks. Obviously it's easier to use like all the mattes in an eyeshadow palette, I think, than the shimmers, especially because like I have not gone in with like an all shimmer look in literal years. I don't know what happened to me. Like, I swear to God, I used to be like all shimmer only. I hated matte eyeshadow. And now I'm like, I love me a good matte eyeshadow. But anyway, I haven't had a chance to use all the shimmers in the Baddie Bean, or in the Halloween, or the freaking Bats palette. I want to say I've used Handbook, I've used Sam. Oh yeah, well I have used all of them, but not like on the lid, of course. Like some of them I've only done the inner corner, and you know, that counts, but also kind of not really. But and I'm never like drowning in eyeshadow like this, but I also won this giveaway on Instagram, and I won this adorable little palette from Wicked Widow Beauty, and it's the Tea Time palette, and I also kind of want to use this too, because I've only used this one time, and I want to get more use out of it. Like I said, I'm never like drowning in eyeshadow like this, but I'm just like so overwhelmed. So, okay, we're just gonna go in and blend a bit. So I'm actually going to take the Losers Club and kind of blend the edges of that white a bit. Let's see if it actually blends. We'll see, because I didn't do the best job of applying the eye paint. I might just go in with Void actually. But I also have like so many single shimmer eyeshadows that I can go with, so it's like, oh god, I haven't used my multi-chrome collection. I'm melting if I don't get to use my single shimmers. Why does that look terrible? And I'm not blaming any eyeshadow, by the way, like I think that's just my lack of skill. Okay, I'll try to salvage this. And we're going to end up slapping a shimmer on top, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but I was kind of hoping that would look a lot better than it does. Foghorn. So before I go in with a shimmer, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I actually need to check on my Shokupan bread dough, because I'm letting it rise a little bit because it didn't quite double in size, but I want it to be bigger. Because nowadays I'm always making this Shokupan loaf. Like every time I make it, my fiance and I demolish the loaf in like 2 or 3 days, which is good because, you know, it's fresh bread and that needs to be eaten kind of ASAP. But then I end up making like 2 or 3 Shokupan loaves a week. Which, you know, there's a part of me that like absolutely loves that we're going through my bread, and then the other part of me that is like, oh my god, I'm constantly making bread loaves. I don't know if I want to go in with Woodsboro, but it's also like the only shimmer that I haven't used in here. I might just do that, save that for the inner corner, to be honest, because I don't want to wear that on the lid. But I don't know what I want to wear on the lid. And I have so many options. Because there's a part of me, and I do want to talk about my thought process when I do my makeup, because there's a part of me that I want to do something contrasting. Like, I think Grim would look so good, but I'm also like nervous because if it gets messed up, it's not gonna look good. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go in with Grim, and then fingers crossed it looks good. Oh, slay. I don't have any tacky eyeshadow primer, even though I was just talking about the KVD Shake Primer. Like, that's not like for shimmers, you know what I mean. I think it's too watery for that. Anyway, let me just use my finger to kind of blend that out. I was using Fire Pixie Epoxy for like the longest time, but the one that I had finally expired, and I was like, I kind of want to try something new. And I just don't know what I want to try, because I know that the NYX glitter glue is really popular, but I don't know, NYX products were really hit or miss for me. But it's also like the most easily accessible one to me. I just don't know if I want to go out of my way to purchase something and then not like it, because that's always a shame, versus like if I just go to Ulta I can return it if I don't like it. And I have not made an Ulta return in freaking forever. Ooh, yes, this was such a good choice. Yay! I love when it works out like this. And then I'm just gonna get as close to the lash line as possible. Now I'm scared that I'm not gonna be able to replicate this on the other eye. And you know what, I am still gonna go in with the key just on top, just to do like a smidge more dimension, because it is like a multi-chrome shadow versus Grim, which I have not worn just like a regular shimmer in so long. Your girl is on her multi-chrome game. Slay. Ooh, but do I want to add some on the lower lashes? For now, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, and let me get my other eye to speed, and fingers crossed, y'all, that it turns out good. And this is the final look. I just did lipstick, did the other eye, I just did a white pencil for my waterline, which normally I feel like it's too harsh, but I feel like because the look is so heavy, it really helps balance what's happening on the face. I did draw a couple fake lashes, and I'm so tempted to do lashes, but I have not applied lashes in such a long time that I feel like I'm gonna like mess things up, so we're just gonna leave it here for now. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out, so let's just do a little showcase.